everybody, welcome back down to the underground lair here. We've got ourselves a 80s rock and roll machine here. Anyhow, thank you for joining us, and if you like what you see here, please hit the like, the subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. I would certainly love you for a long time. Now let's see this throwback from the 80s. We have a Carvin Ultra V with a Floyd Rose. This thing has been around the world, and yeah, it shows. Everything is stock on it with the exception of the EMG pickups. It's got the Floyd Rose. It's the I can't make out whose name's on here, but it's Floyd Rose licensed Carvin, made in USA by blah. I can't read it. I don't know, but it works. So let's tuned it up earlier today. Let's see where our relief is. And this is like the other one with the C standard tuning. Is there such a thing? Okay, so I'm going to measure it to 7th fret and 10 thousandths, or I'm sorry, I'm at the 17th fret, and we're going to measure with a 10 thou feeler gauge. And that feels like I could tighten that truss rod just a little bit. And it has a 5/32 inch truss rod, and it doesn't take much on this. That's what I'm going to do, and that'll set us up for the preemptive strike. I checked it and it's way out of intonation, so we're gonna start from ground zero. So we're gonna change the strings. We're going with 13 to jazz medium gauge, 13 to 56 Diodarias. All right, everybody, welcome back, boys and girls, to the underground lair. We have our Carvin Ultra V. It is strung up. We have our block in the back from Skyscraper Guitars that they come in these step kind of configurations where you can. We've got 4 different ones, all various sizes, and they're for different trem cavities. So we've got the middle size in here. Bridge is flat. We're in tune. 4/64 on both the bass side and the treble side, and we're tuned to A, D, G, C, E, A with 10 thousandths of relief. Got no string buzz, and we need to intonate. So let's do that right now. I use, where is it? There it is. The trem key. So I come back and grab the saddle. So now we're in, it's locked in place, and now we can take and release if we need to. By the way, we had to replace a battery. I was like, why is this thing not picking up the A? I had no problem with the Ibanez. can hear the battery was shot in here. It was 8.6. Okay. The A can come back just a hair. And I'm getting texts. Alright. Let's just put that on silent. Alright. So we're going to take and we're going to release this screw right here, and we're going to tighten and pull back the tuner. So we're going to go ahead and pull that back. A bit more. There we are. You can do it. And it's there, so we're going to lock it back down. I'm going to repeat the same thing for all the other strings. Okay, boys and girls, we have our Floyd intonated, and due to some buzzing issues on the A and the D, that's these first two strings here because it's in A standard tuning, they come up just a little bit, so we're at about it's between 4 and 5/64 on the bass side and 4/64 on the treble side. We are intonated. The plate of the bridge is level with the body, and now we can work on getting get all these pointy things out of here. We can work on getting the bridge block out. The skyscraper, aforementioned skyscraper block. And the way we do that is we tighten the claw. Until it falls out. Two. 1, 2. There we go. And you'll see that the trim block is level with the body. The base of the bridge, I should say. So we should be kind of in tune. Plug it back in. Get rid of that. Turn that on. And take these both in. Turn and see what that did to our tuning, because we're really close. There we go. In the ballpark. In the ballpark. Okay. So with that, I am going to loosen each one of the fine tuners 1/8 of a turn, because that's going, when I put these locks on here, go back up to this side of the guitar, when I put these locks on, no. That's not where the hole is. Oh, yes it is. Okay, we tune it up again. Do the tuning in the playing position. Okay. Put this one in. That down and find the pick. Perfect. Okay. Do the same thing here. Back those off just a little bit and put the last puzzle piece into place. '80s style. One thing Buddy did on this, changed the that's not how that goes. That's not how any of this works. He changed. We'll put it in the right direction, son. Change these to screwdrivers. He says, yeah, if you're on the road, sometimes you can't find the right hex key. Good idea. What works, works, right? Beautiful. Okay, close enough. Now we can set our pickup height. Block out of there. Pickup height tool. See how close this is to begin with. Not. Okay, that's going to go down. Well, this one needs to come up. That's adjusting. That's too high. That's perfect. And that's way too close. You could even see the grooves in the pickups right in here from the strings rattling against it. You know, first of all, they're floppy because of the A tuning, but let's see here. We'll go up. I'll hold it. Just had to push it down. Let's see here if we can get it down there. There we're going. I just need to put some pressure on it to get it to go. Hey, that works. That's good. And that can come up. Then do a bit more. I'll tell you one thing about these two-pneumatic bridge. When you get them all rusty and stuff like that, it's best to just replace them, because this saddle and this saddle, somebody replaced the set screws with metrics. The rest of them are imperial, and they're kind of gooned out to begin with. So when it gets to that point, you really want to just put a new Floyd in there. That's all I got to say about that. I will drop in some fantastical super lube into maneuver the pointy part of this. This will penetrate. Back to the knife edge. And what we'll do is we'll put the bar in and work it back and forth, which will stretch the strings in better. And then we can let it set. Let it rest. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and do this for about 10 minutes. Let all that oil kind of work its way into the knife edge. I gotta say, at least the knife edge is kind of, it's not clunky. So, Carvin Ultra V with EMGs, the old 90s Carvin logo on a headstock. Just the truss rod, 10 thousandths relief, little more than 4/64 at the 17th and 4/64 on the treble side of the 17th. Intonated our Floyd Rose trem system, locked it down, stretched in the strings, new battery. Okay, so we're in tune. enough of that. There we go. Microcube amp, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. I'm going to call Buddy, tell him to come and get this thing. Thank you for joining me down here in the underground lair for another exciting trip back into the 90s or 80s. And we got this Carvin Ultra V playing right again. If you like what you see here, please hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell. I would love you for a long time. You need to get a hold of me, stringmanguitars@gmail.com. Also on Facebook, yes, Facebook. You can just send me a PM if you need your axe sharpened, and we'll get you in the lineup. Until then, take care of your neighbors. Love your neighbor like yourself. Take care of the old folks. Peace. Have a good rest of your weekend.